Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ryan, and today I'm going to be reviewing a beer from the Jack's Abbey Brewing, and they are based out of Framingham, Massachusetts, is how I'm going to pronounce it. And this is their Red Tape, a Munich Style Dunkel. I thought this would go well for my dark beer December. Even though it's a red ale, it's used with Dark Munich Malt, if I believe. If I'm correct, we'll find out in a second. So this was canned on 10/12/23, which makes this 1 month and 2 days old at the time of this review. I have to say I'm a little excited. This is the first time I've ever been able to get my hands on Jack's Abbey. Went into my new local bottle shop here and was just shocked. I was like, oh wow, look at this. I'm definitely getting this. We live for lager. Escape the red tape. Brewed with imported Bavarian malt and roasted malts. Decoction mashed. This is the first beer we ever brewed, named ironically in celebration of the arduous process of opening a brewery. There's a lot of red tape to walk through, but this full-flavored malty amber lager helps make the process a little more enjoyable. Arduous. I haven't seen that word in a long time. Naturally carbonated, 5% ABV. On tap says, navigating the labyrinth of brewing licensing and state regulations isn't easy. When we finally got the green light to open our brewery, we were also inspired with the perfect name for our pilot beer. Red Tape Lager has a full malty flavor typical of Bavarian dark lagers. That's what I was kind of thinking. It's brewed with 100% Dark Munich Malt, additions of Glacier hops for bittering and noble German hops for aroma strike the balance between American and European flavors. So it's not going to be a dark lager, but it's going to be a red lager. Good enough. That's good enough for me. And again, I'm excited to bust into it. So let's do that. Let's get into it. And I have family members calling me. I'll call them back. There we go. So, yeah, it has a reddish tinge to it, but honestly, I'd say it's more of a dark gold, dark amber. That's what I would say. A dark amber color with a slight reddish hue to it. Pours out one finger of, I'm going to say, off-white, almost frothy head. Hashtag not proper glassware, but it will do. There you can kind of see it's got that amber color with a slight reddish tinge to it. You can see it's nice clear beer. You see my fingers, my fat face through there. I'm excited to get into this. All right, let's get a nose on it. That's a nice aroma, I gotta say. It's got I would say biscuity aromas, but also has caramel qualities to it, roastiness. It's got like that, and instead of like a honey drizzle, it's like a drizzle of caramel. Yeah, I like this. Haven't had a nice amber ale in a long time, or amber lager technically. Yeah, I gotta say, for me anyway, the caramel notes really stand out. Caramel malt, you have that maltiness, you have the breadiness, which to me it's more like a biscuity note. So again, it's like a biscuit with a drizzle of caramel on it. Smells really good. I'm diving in. My mouth is watering. Cheers. Yeah, that's a solid beer. I'd say lower side of medium body. Very well carbonated, very spritzy. I could tell I'm either going to have hiccups or be burping in no time here. That to me is just crushable. It's to me that's a really good lager. All right. Getting the caramel notes up front. There was more pronounced on the nose for sure. Like to me it was just like, wow, this really smells like a roasty caramel. With that said, I literally like just took this out of the fridge. It's probably 50 degrees in there without having an actual, like that's not my normal beer fridge either. Just guessing. Yeah, I'm getting that caramel malt up front along with that biscuity breadiness. It leaves me, I shouldn't say leaves me, but like midway through the palate, a slight bitterness, but not like a bitterness that you would get, you know, from like a New England IPA or a West Coast IPA. It's a very subtle bitterness on the back end, middle to back end. Excuse me. Yeah, that sweetness is really nice. I mean, it's not like overly sweet by any means, but this is I would sit with a 4-pack of these in an afternoon and crush them like no problem. 5%, right? You can't tell. Besides, you know, body mouthfeel. Where was the percentage? Yeah, 5%. Just making sure. Not saying anything incorrect here. I imagine that sweetness would, you know, just become even more sweet as this warms up, which I'm going to make sure I do and leave some of this for it to warm up. It's a solid ale. Lager. Keep calling it ale. Anyway, Jack's Abbey Craft Lagers, their Red Tape Munich Style Dunkel. I'm going to give this a 3.9. I really enjoy this. It's a solid beer. Could use a little more flavor, but that might come out as it warms up. So that's all for this video. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and comment down below. Let me know, have you had Jack's Abbey Red Tape, and what did you think of it? Until next time, peace.